Hey everyone, welcome to day 6 of the Starter Kit Challenge. Our oil for today is RC, and RC stands for respiratory congestion, and that's exactly what you use it for. RC contains 3 different varieties of eucalyptus, and eucalyptus has historically been known and used as an expectorant. Um, so as we know, sometimes when you have a really bad cough or you're congested, you're up all night. You're not able to sleep because you're just coughing, coughing, coughing. So many times you will take a cough suppressant. So that does just that. It's going to shut down that cough. But again, sometimes we don't want to do that. Most of the time we don't want to do that. And the reason why is because coughing is the body's natural response to getting something out. It's exercising those lungs. It's getting the mucus out of those lungs. It's sneezing, same thing. It's the body's natural response. So when it comes to coughing, uh, you know, it makes sense to want to just go ahead and reach for something that's going to get rid of that. But RC is so incredibly amazing because I kind of like to say that it does both. It produces a cough that is going to be productive. It's a cough that's going to move this stuff out, and it also makes it move along quicker. Uh, I'll just kind of tell you real quick. RC is pretty much the oil that made me have my aha moment. You know, I had been using oils for a little bit here and there, but it wasn't until my 2-year-old came down with this terrible, terrible respiratory infection. And my friend Karen said, get RC, it's amazing. And I said, he's been up all night and it was going on like 2 or 3 nights and the coughing was terrible, but it wasn't going away because it wasn't doing anything. It was just very muffled and he would just cough and cough and cough and it was dry and it was just awful, but he was also wheezing. And so I knew that his lungs were full. I knew that he needed to get this stuff out, but I just didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to help him. And, we didn't want to rush. He was able to breathe. I didn't want to rush him to the hospital to do a steroid breathing treatment because, just from different research and understanding the way the body works, when you rush and put medicine in it, it doesn't allow the immune system to do what it needs to do to build it up stronger so that the next time it'll be able to fight it even better. So I didn't want to rush to the urgent care. I didn't want to immediately jump on that route. I just wanted to kind of wait and see if there was anything that I could do. And so when Karen said RC, she said get it now. I was like, okay, give it to me. And so I went ahead and made a chest rub for him. And I also put some in the diffuser. And I stuck the diffuser in the bathroom and I put on the steamy hot water and at the shower. And I had him literally put his head over the diffuser and just breathe in the RC. And within, I would say probably realistically a half an hour, his wheezing had subsided and his cough had now turned from something that was very, very stifled into this wet, productive cough to the point where he was like kind of gagging because he was getting stuff out. I mean, there was a lot of stuff moving. I don't have to go into any more detail. You get the picture. So for me, it was awesome. It was so cool to see an oil work firsthand so quickly and so powerfully, the way that I know it does work. But let's face it, sometimes we don't get to see it working at a cellular level. When we know that certain oils are boosting our immune system, but when we sip on that lemon water, we're not inside our bodies watching it detox our bodies or boosting our immune system. We just know that it's happening. So to actually see an oil in action like that is so awesome. And I've had numerous emails, just over the last 6 months of me becoming a business builder for Young Living. I've had numerous emails from people that had just said, hey, I used the oils for a while, and then this one day I started using this oil for this, and I was blown away. And that's just really cool. It's awesome to know that, we're making these decisions for our health, for our families, because we want to build stronger bodies. It's not about how long we live, but it's about our quality of life while we are living. And so, that's just so cool to me to be able to see it in action. There's a really cool book that I just want to touch on super quick. It's called Gentle Babies. And this is a great book for anyone who is pregnant, anyone who knows anyone who's pregnant, anyone who has kids, has a baby, knows anyone that has kids or has a baby. I'm telling you, this is awesome. And even if you don't have kids or a baby, the reason why this is so great is because you're going to have someone someday send you a text message and say, hey, my 6-month-old has this, this, and this, and I know you're into all that oil stuff. So what kind of oil can I use for this? And you're going to be like, oh, let me consult my book. And you're going to have your reference guide, which is awesome as well because, we know how much is in our EOPR, which is great. But this is a great one to have specifically for babies because, or kids, or pregnant women, because when you look through it, it gives you, the diluted amount. So let's just, for right now, we're on congestion. So congestion, coughing or respiratory infections. So you go ahead and you look and it gives you a list of oils to use. It gives you lemon, it gives you cedarwood, it gives you thieves, and it gives you RC or just eucalyptus. We have 3 different blends of eucalyptus, like I had mentioned, and all 3 of those are in RC. And then it tells you, it says you want to make sure that you dilute 1 drop of your essential oil to 30 drops of your carrier oil. So, for the RC, you want to make sure that if you are applying it to a little baby, you want to make sure it's diluted. Any of the oils when you're applying them to younger children, and again, there's no right or wrong. There's no set age limit. Young Living typically recommends 6 months and older for topical. Diffusing is fine at any time. Eucalyptus works very fast and very efficiently. So, as far as little babies go, you just want to be careful with the eucalyptus because, if it opens up those breathing passages super quickly, they may start coughing and not be able to keep up with that. So, the other thing real quick I'm going to touch on, I know I'm running a little long tonight, which it's going to be the morning by the time you watch this. But the thing about essential oils is, unlike prescription drugs or even over-the-counter drugs, you take it and then you're going to wait. You're going to wait 4 hours or 6 hours or 8 hours or 1 a day before you take another one. And the reason you have to wait that amount of time is because it needs to go through your body. It needs to be processed by your liver, by your kidneys. You don't want to take too much or it's going to be too taxing on your organs. The cool thing about essential oils is that they don't work that way. They come in, they do their job, and they metabolize very quickly. That's great news because we don't have to deal with side effects. We don't have to deal with them being taxing on our livers. Our livers aren't processing them as a toxin. So that's really good for our organs. However, because they metabolize so quickly into our bodies, we want to make sure that we're applying them frequently. So I've had people say, I used RC, but it didn't do anything for my cough. I didn't notice a difference. And I said, okay, well, how many times did you apply the chest rub? Well, I just did it once. Well, you should probably be doing it like every hour. Every hour while you're awake, and then, maybe you're going to go to sleep and then go ahead and throw some RC and lemon in your diffuser for the night, and then at least you're breathing it in through the night. You don't have to do that every single time you use an oil, but because of the fact that they do work so quickly, you may not see the results right away, especially when you're fighting something big. So that's why you want to make sure that you're applying them frequently and just, giving your body that support that it needs. So, okay, I apologize I went a little bit long, but RC is just, it's just an amazing oil for me, and that's my personal fave. So I hope that you guys learned something from this, and I look forward to tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye.